Another week, another upcycle, and we are turning these thrifted towels into my dream bathrobe. And if you're new here, my name is Eleanor. My channel is all about using secondhand materials and turning it and upcycling it into wearable products. Last week I made a dress out of almost 1,000 perfume testers, just to give you an idea of what we are upcycling. But this week is the thrifted towels, and I'm excited to finally make this. I've had these towels for I don't even know, maybe a year, and I knew right away I wanted to make a bathrobe. I just never did it until right now. We are finally doing this project. I'm going to make a pattern for this bathrobe, but I wanted to use a pattern from the jackets I made last year. These jackets I actually sell on my website, so this one can be yours if you want. They're currently 50% off. And this one is one of my favorites. I put in so much effort to match up all the stripes on the pockets, but also on the back collar. And this one was just scrap fabric, but some of the other ones have been curtains, tablecloths, still all secondhand materials, of course. But I wanted to just compare the sizes. This is size M, because I want the bathrobe to be like a little oversized. But now let's try size S. Okay, I feel the sleeves are shorter instantly, and that the body's a bit smaller. This one actually has little cute flower buttons on it, and it used to be a curtain. I also gave everything double pockets, because the more pockets the better. That actually really helped. I think we're gonna go with size M, which is this one. But if you're interested in the jackets, you can check the website. I'll link it down below, and you can see all the options. I'm just going to use the main pattern pieces from the jacket, like the front, back, and sleeves. And I have to make some minor alterations. Of course, lengthen it. I want it to be mid-thigh. Trim down the front because this is space for a button placket. I'm not adding buttons. But the thing I need to actually draft, which I don't have, is a hood. One of you guys made the suggestion to add a hood when I talked about this project in my sewing plans video, and I really like that idea. I think it'll be a good addition to it. I made the front and the back pieces. For the sleeve, I'm just using the original jacket pattern because I don't have to make any adjustments to it. Since I don't draft hoods that often, I don't really know how to do it. And because of that, I am leading on my pattern making for fashion design book. I got this in fashion school and it's helped so much over the years. They have a whole chapter on capes and hoods. So the one I'm going to do from the book is the loose hood foundation. I want it to be pretty simple and it looks straightforward. Okay, this is the hood pattern. This is center back and will be cut on the fold. I think it should work out. It looks like the diagram, so that's good. Ooh, do we want to use the fringe for anything? Maybe like along the bottom, along the hem. That could be kind of cute. It is another day and I have actually everything cut out and it's just ready to be sewn. Hopefully we can just finish it off today. But actually, before we get into it, I have a question about this fabric. I showed this fabric in a few videos ago now in my 2025 sewing plans, and I said I wanted to cut it up to make a dress. Some of you suggested a coat or pants, but it was also mentioned that this is called a chenille bedspread. I think I'm saying that right, which I didn't know. So thank you for teaching me something new. And it means caterpillar in French, which I guess is because they look like caterpillars. Super interesting. This is a brand from the Netherlands because on the tag, where did it go? It's called Yorzolino, I guess. I'll put the name on the screen, but it says it's made in Holland, so it is a Dutch brand. But does that mean that this is like real vintage and too valuable? Like, should I not cut this up? Or should I just cut it up anyways? I'm unsure. But let's get to sewing the bathrobe and hopefully completing it today. This is about to be a super messy project because so much fluff is coming off of the towels and it's going all over me, but whatever. I'm gonna start with making this strap. Where did the other edge go? I literally just searched it. Oh. And I searched the raw edge, so this will be center back. And the good thing about this is I used the edge of the towel, so it's already sewn and complete, and I'm just gonna do the same thing but on the other side here to finish it off nice, and this will become the belt for the bathrobe. The strap is done, so I'm just going to press it after. Next is the sleeves, I guess. I'm like trying to figure out this design in my head. I'm just going to try and connect as many seams as possible, so when I have to serge all the seams, then I can just do it in like one shot. The sleeves I've sewn together and the shoulder seams as well as side seams. I also managed to line up the stripes, which is very satisfying. And now I'm onto the hood, but I wanted to just show you the hood because it looks like a funny pattern piece, and it took me a second to figure out, which is why I made this little model of the hood. This is the center back, which I sewed together, and this goes like so, right sides together, and I'll sew along the top here, and this is the seam that goes on top of the hood. Now once they're sewn together, this is the hood, and then there's this like hole in the corner, because when you open it up, if you line up those two raw edges together and you sew 1 centimeter or 3/8 across, then you close off the back corner of the hood. That's how you get that little square top. So it's not a point. Like if you have a point, it's like that weird pointy hood. This makes it a nice squared off hood, which I haven't drafted this before, but I like the finish that it gives. I serged all the seams, attached the corner of the hood, so now it looks like so. Let's see how it fits. Hey, good enough for me. Can dry my hair. This is gonna look cute. Now what? I also serged the bottom of the sleeve here, so I'm just going to fold it up like 1.5 inches and do a little hem. I like to hem my sleeves first if possible before attaching them, just because it makes it easier, because you have to like work in the round, and instead of flipping the whole garment around, I just like flipping the sleeve. They're looking a little lumpy because they still need a really good press, but I'm just going to press everything at the end. But now I'm going to attach the sleeves to the body. The sleeves are on. It's like looking very bathrobe-y now, which is perfect. And I'm gonna add the hood. Now the question is, will the hood fit? The back neck is good. I'm more concerned about this like front collar piece. Did I do 3/8 or 1/4? Well, it's fine. It's 3/8 now. 1/2 fit, so the other half should technically fit. Notches and friends, notches and friends. Is that the name for something? Notches and friends? Cute. So the hood is now attached to the actual garment. And why does it look so funny? This hood is weirding me out. I'm already ready to like cut things, you know? The sleeves are good, like good length, and got a lot of possible body wrap. But the hood, I know I drafted like the loose hood situation, but does it have to be like this? It's like Handmaid's Tale hood. What is this, you know? Not gonna lie, I'm not really sure what to do. I'm gonna come back to that. But with the belt, where do we want it? Okay, 5 inches down. This is the belt loop. I sewed it together, pressed it, and now I'm just going to cut it in half. So we have 2. And then I said 5 inches, right? 5 inches is here. We'll make a little mark. Belt loops are on. Looking nice, looking good. And as for the hood, I decided I'm going to unstitch the front part and we're gonna chop it up a little bit. I looked at the pattern draft again from the book, and now I know where I went wrong. This is a fitted hood, but you need to look down at the bottom here, like where it goes into the front collar and the front seam. And this goes the opposite way to create that bulge. I mean, it looks exactly like the photo. I don't know where my head was with this, to be honest. So I'm going to take off the hood. Unfortunately, I also serged it, so I need to unpick it all. That was a mission, but I have it all cut. So I unpicked from center front to just over the shoulder seam here, and I already pinned it. This is where I'm gonna cut along. I don't know why my head is like not in it today. You know, actually it's not so bad. I'm just telling myself that. We are at the end because I serged the whole front seam. I'm just going to flip it in once, top stitch. Originally I was going to add this to the bottom, but then I was looking at it and I was like, they kind of look aged and old and a little bit ratty. Like, they're not so cute anymore. So I don't want to add them. I want to just give it a very clean finish on the bottom, like a nice hem, like the sleeve.